Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. Yes, we are finally back with round 5 of our Color Science Driver Career Mode in F1 24. The reason why there was no part 3 and 4 because both files were corrupted for those two videos, so I couldn't post them. I also posted a short video explaining why. You should go to check it out. I'll link it in the description below. So, those two races. In Australia we finished P6 and the Japanese we finished last. What I mean by last is DNF. So we're gonna try and win or see if we could get some decent points today. You see, 6th and DNF in Suzuka, so not the best season to the start, but we are working on it. So Charles Leclerc's P2, we are P6 in the driver standings at the moment, and Max Verstappen just leads the way the drivers championship. We are 3rd in the R&D chart. We've got some upgrades, but I see Charles Leclerc is looking his eyes on this component. I'm going to leave him to that. I'm actually just going to save some of my resources for the next weekend. But yeah, so this is what it's looking like right now. Not the result we wanted, but it's not what we want. And today in China, we're gonna try and see if we can get a good result and try climb back into the championship before the first half is done of the 2024 season. And I forgot to tell you, in the secret meeting going into Suzuka, Mercedes wants us. So that could be something for our future. Obviously, we have to leave Ferrari. Our options is Mercedes and Williams so far. But if we could do better in Mercedes, that'll be great for his championship. Well, let's head in to sprint qualifying.
Something we haven't said for a little while. Welcome along to qualifying in China. After a few years' absence from the calendar, it is great to be back here. But just who is going to put their car on pole?
Okay, well, I can tell you this is sprint qualifying. The car feels great so far going into the weekend from practice. Yeah, this turn right here is pretty tricky to master, but we are still first. China hasn't been in the calendar since 2019, before COVID-19 2020, where it was removed for 4 years. Well, obviously now this is 2025, but we don't talk about that. Anyways, we make a little mistake, so Verstappen's now P1. We are slowly getting up. We are P5 right now. But yeah, the car feels pretty decent at the moment. I changed some setup changes so I stopped losing the rear all the time, although that's probably still gonna happen. The Lando Norris is on P1, so it looks like the championship fights this 2024 season in F1 seems to be quite realistic, because last year we had Lando Norris and Verstappen. This year in F1 24 seems to be exact same. But who knows what will happen next season. But we are P5 still, P7 now. And we are just going to try and get a good traction and just try finishing a decent result. But it's not going to be enough for pole position, and we'll have to settle for P6. Not the result we wanted going into the sprint race, but we are one place behind our teammate, so it's not too bad. But let's head into the sprint race.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? Shanghai International Circuit, then, is a 16-corner high-speed thrill ride. The long and ever-tightening right-hander at turns 1 and 2 tests a driver's patience. And the flat, open to the elements location, test their skill in a crosswind. 2 DRS zones will assist passing, and they're available into turn 1 and down the kilometre-long back straight into turn 14. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Sainz, Hamilton, Russell, Perez, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Albon, Ocon, Stroll, Gasly, Hülkenberg, Bottas, Joe, Magnussen and Logan Sargent. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. And let's talk momentum with this driver. What a sprint it was. They start at 0 once again for today, but with a huge amount of confidence, surely. Well, they'll definitely be glad that there's not a sprint race today. Let's face it, the sprint couldn't have gone much worse, but what we're looking for today is a reaction. Now, you're the racing driver in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
Well, you've got to be prepared, Crofty. Before you even step foot inside the car, you've got to know, you've got to have a pre-race game plan. You've watched videos before you get into the car of previous races gone by. You know where you have to place your car if X, Y or Z happens in front of you or behind you. So having this clear game plan is absolutely essential before you get in the car.
Well, that was a long wait, but we are finally into the sprint race. We are going to go for mediums for the whole race, and let's start the sprint race. Alright, you're heading into the sprint race with 5 red lights are going to be on, and it's lights out, and away we go. And that was a beautiful start for us as we jump ahead Leclerc, Alonso, and some of the Mercedes drivers, I think. And we are side by side with Piastri. Oh, we make contact with him, but it's not going to be enough because we are up into P3, and that was a great start for us. So behind Verstappen and Norris, that was a brilliant start for us. I mean, like, wow, that was beautiful. So we are P3 now, and looking good. We might be able to win the sprint race, you know. Never know. But we just have to keep going through the race. There's 5 laps into the sprint race. Who knows what could happen in the sprint race? But yeah, almost spun up there, so I don't think my setup's working properly still. But it's okay, I'll have to manage. But we are behind Verstappen, and we are as we are struggling for traction. This is probably the hardest corner to master in terms of traction. But down to the last long straight, and yeah. Alright, we have DRS on Verstappen now, but it's not going to be enough because we're still quite far. But at least, but good thing we are within the DRS range, so that means, alright, there I see Lando and Verstappen fighting, but they make contact there. But we might be able to do it, you know, but you never know, because, you know, we have a great corner there. We have DRS open. We're going to use some of our battery to see if we overtake Verstappen and he cuts me off. But it's not going to be enough because we get past them. It's going to be a double overtake. But we're still side by side with Norris. But it's Verstappen, sorry. But that was a beautiful pass. Double overtake. What a beautiful overtake that was. In just one corner, we just get ahead with them so fast. And we were able to overtake them within the final lap of the race. And yeah, wow, beautiful stuff there. I'm very happy about that. But yeah, but are we gonna hold them off? Let's see. Alright, are we gonna hold them off here? I'm not sure. We're gonna drain our battery now. We saved some ERS for this moment here. But it's not gonna be enough for Verstappen as we stay ahead on that straight. We lock up a tiny bit, but it's not gonna be enough. And our final corner, we win our first sprint race of the season, and it's gonna be 8 points.
Checkered flag.
We did it. Yes! We did it. Yes! Vamos!
Well, that's an end to the sprint action. Next up, we'll set the grid for the Grand Prix. So we'll see you next time.
And what a good race that was. We finished P1 and we got 8 points, like I said. And that puts us P4 in the driver standings and still P2 in the Constructors' Championship for Ferrari. But let's see what we could do in qualifying for China.
Something we haven't said for a little while. Welcome along to qualifying in China. After a few years' absence from the calendar, it is great to be back here. But just who is going to put their car on pole?
Alright, heading into qualifying in China's Grand Prix. And yeah, we feel pretty good about the car. So it should be almost pole position. If not, we should be pretty much almost in the front row or something. But, yeah. Oh no. Now that's not what we wanted, because our DRS just failed at this very crucial point of this race weekend, and we spin a little bit, and yeah, this is not a good qualifying actually. Our DRS failed, and we make a little mistake, so that cost us some positions. Luckily it didn't fail while it's open, because if it did, then we would really be struggling for grip, because it can't happen in the F1 games. But now that's the problem. We're gonna lose so much time in the straights because we won't have our DRS open. So I'm gonna try my best to get a good position, but oh, that's not what we wanted for qualifying, isn't it? It went from the best to slightly worse this weekend. But look at that, we're not too far down because I used some of my ERS, but not what we wanted for qualifying. And yeah, out of the final corner, we have to settle in for P9. Okay, not what we wanted, but we start in P9 and our teammate starts P6. What can we do in the race? Are we going to make a miracle like the sprint race? Well, we have to find out.
The Chinese Grand Prix then is upon us once again. It's a race that saw Michael Schumacher claim his final Formula One victory in 2006, as well as Red Bull's first win with Sebastian Vettel in 2009. There's no doubt there's plenty more drama to come here in Shanghai. We're here in the Yangtze River Delta today, home of the 16 corners that make up the Shanghai International Circuit. 54% of this 3.3-mile lap is taken at full throttle, and we'll be getting up to speeds of around 200 miles per hour with DRS assistance down the back straight before the cars break into the tight hairpin at turn 14. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Hamilton, Sainz, Stroll, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Ocon, Gasly, Bottas, Albon, Hülkenberg, Joe, Sargent, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. And let's talk momentum with this driver. What a sprint it was. They start at 0 once again for today, but with a huge amount of confidence, surely. Well, they'll definitely be glad that there's not a sprint race today. Let's face it, the sprint couldn't have gone much worse, but what we're looking for today is a reaction. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Okay, here we go.
Well, that was
I know what
another
you
long
can do.
hold.
Don't let me down.
But we are finally into the race. But not where we want to start. We're going to go medium to soft. But yeah, let's start this race. Alright, 5 red lights are going to be on. And it's lights out, and away we go for the Chinese Grand Prix. And that's a beautiful start from us again. And Lewis Hamilton tries to cut me off, but it's not going to work as we get past them. And we see some contact from Perez and PS3, but we overtake Alonso. And obviously we'll get a warning. And we'll have to back out of that because I probably would have spun. But we will overtake Alonso here again. So, pretty good start. Also, probably not the best start I had in a while. But it's okay, because we are now up until P6. It was pretty decent. It was a decent start from P8 to, I don't know, P6 now, I think. But yeah, we saw some contact from Perez and PS3. Yeah. And this is the part. This could be crucial for the race because we need to get track position as much as possible. But yeah, we almost spun out by Alonso, but then we overtake him again. So yeah, pretty good, but also not the best. But I think we might be able to overtake PS3 here. You never know. We are down the outside from him, and that's the outside from him, and now we overtake him. So beautiful stuff going on here, and there'll be no DRS for the straight, so I'm probably ahead. And big spin there, almost.
Now use
and
DRS.
now we're about to get
available.
overtaken by PS3, but we hold him off, and yeah, now we're up until P5. Beautiful, around the outside. You don't see those very many often. Normally people go for the inside, which is probably the best part to overtake. But yeah, we had that massive spin. Okay, so something just happened going
Okay,
into
there's a
lap
fault
3.
with the DRS. You will not be able to open the rear wing. We're working on a fix. Stay out for now.
Our DRS just failed on us again. It failed in qualifying and it failed in the race. It seems like just after the sprints, there's something wrong with my DRS, like after the sprint race. I have no idea. I never had a DRS failure in a while, so it's quite strange. Maybe there's something strange. Okay, so I just overtook Perez now, and unfortunately I forgot to put it on camera, so you should see a replay now of me overtaking Perez. But yeah, it was a beautiful overtake though, around the inside line. So, like, we were side by side and I almost spun, but yeah, it was pretty nice. And yeah, I just hope I could get those overtakes on camera again, because normally I record and then at random times I will record, and if something unexpected happens, I have to like get a replay from the after race. But anyways, lap 5 we go.
Gap to your teammate behind, 2.0 seconds.
And we're not looking too bad at the moment. Okay, PS3 is trying to overtake me, and we make contact. But it's not going to work, because we are probably going to get them back, because we'll have the DRS on them now. So, we can't get overtaken like this, and the tires are absolutely dying. But we get the DRS, we use some of our battery, and I don't know if it's going to be enough or not. Are we going to get him or not? No. But can we maybe do it here? We're gaining on him on this corner, and that was a bold move from us. We get them on the inside into the outside. So that's a beautiful overtake from us. And now we are back into P4, no, P2 actually, because people are pitching at the moment. But that contact we made though,
Right, let's have
pretty
you in
horrific.
at the end of this lap, please.
But we are going to go in box to this lap. We're going to come in and pit because these tires are absolutely dead at the moment.
Okay, mate, we didn't get what
But
we
yeah,
needed there, I'm
either it's going to be a
afraid. But
great
head down,
strategy
chin
call
up,
or
let's
be a
focus on the rest
worst
of the race.
strategy call ever in my life. But yeah. And then here's the replay of me overtaking Piastri. Oh, that was just a beautiful overtake for me. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. And, wow. That was amazing. Okay, for some reason, for me, pit stopping did not come through. So you guys can enjoy this pit stop I made. And okay, so we are lap 10 right now, and our undercuts didn't really work that much. We just lost the position, and as you can see here, Piastri is trying to overtake me, but it's not going to work. But our tires are already going already. Like, I feel like I'm losing grip. And yeah, that's not a good sign, isn't it? So I think we lost the position to Piastri.
Okay, Carlos,
so now we
lap
are up
times are a
into
little
P6.
erratic at the moment. We need consistency,
So
so let's
now-
try and stabilise them.
My tires feel dead. I got overtaken by Piastri, and there he goes into the distance. I don't know what's going on. I think my undercut strategy works badly. Like, I think I should just pit like 2 laps late, like a lap later after the pit window. So we make a terrible strategy call that's going to cost us dearly in the race. And this is not what we want. Obviously, we're trying to score some points, but it's not working. We just have no grip out here. And I think Verstappen, Perez, is going to overtake us if we defend aggressively, which I don't want to do that because I'm not that person. But I feel like I'm going to have to. And I did break up a little bit of Perez's front wing. But that's not going to stop him because he's still going to have grip. And now, Piastri, there goes Piastri, just into the distance he goes. What a terrible strategy call we made. Okay, and Leclerc is overtaking us now, but are we going to hold it off? No, it's not going to work. And Leclerc just overtakes us. We have no grip out here whatsoever, and our teammates just overtakes us. What a terrible thing. And now Perez is coming to us, and the driver of the RB is also wanting to make a move. And there goes Perez, an RB driver. He's going for it. Are we gonna hold him over? We can, but it's gonna be tight. And we make a mistake and we crash. That is terrible. We crash, but we're not out of the race, and we hit the wall as well. What a terrible thing to happen. We have bad front wing damage, and now our race...
We expect you'll be noticing a bit of grip loss in the tyres around now, so just be careful.
And our race just went from bad to worse. If not worse, to like the terrible weekends I've had in like a long time. A win in sprint race, but it's probably going to be like last place for us. And the Logan Sargent, the person that crashes too much, he's just overtaken me. That's how slow we are now. Our front wing damage is so severe And plus with tire wear, it's not good. It's just terrible. It's terrible. We lost place. We just lost place. And I feel like my tire wear is going to be so hard, we might even get a puncture. You never know. But that was one mighty crash. You expect a crash that will all be out? No. I had a crash, but I'm not out, I'm still in. Now for the rest of these laps here, final laps, I've just been locking and locking and locking up until this happens. Yeah, and that's us spinning just by touching the grass. No grip out here whatsoever. And that's where the puncture started. So we did get a puncture. And okay, so final lap of the race. I am doing terrible. My front left tire is just so badly worn. I think we might even get a puncture here. It's over for us. We're gonna just finish to the end so we don't get a bad reputation. And yeah, so our weekend went from bad to worse. We win in sprint race, we thought we were going to get a good result in the race. No, qualifying, and there's the puncture. There's the puncture. We just lock up. There goes the.
We think you could have a slow puncture in the front left tyre. We're seeing a loss of pressure in the data.
There's nothing I can do about it. We're just a sitting duck with low tire wear, front wing, and a spin as well, which we managed to save. And Lando Norris wins the race. But how's that going to affect from Max Verstappen and Lando Norris in the championship? And how is this going to affect us in the championship?
Okay, I'm afraid there's a puncture on the front
left. Well,
left.
I can tell you that now. We're going to get us no points at all. So, yeah, look how difficult it is for us to steer that car. Yeah. Front wing damage now, tire wear and puncture. It's just a bad weekend. I don't want to see China again. Tire wear is just remarkable in here. I don't want to see China next season. I don't want to see Japan, and I don't want to see Australia. So, yeah. Look how difficult it is for us to stop there. But in all serious cases, we did do well in the sprints. And out of the final corner, it's going to be last place for us. But well done to Lando Norris.
Checkered flag.
Yeah, I tried my best, guys. But yeah, we need to understand what happened there.
And our winner has Landoed. It's Lando Norris for victory.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff by them.
And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. Great race from the McLaren team, and I'm very happy to see them there on that top step of the podium. That was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Okay, and that's the race over, my friends. Overall, we finished P7 overall, but we finished last place, so we only scored 8 points. And we're back to P6 in the driver's standings. Nothing changed there. Lando Norris is actually catching up. Max Verstappen still leads as it stands. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.